Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Let me introduce myself. I am Ashwini Agrawal. I am professor at IIT Delhi in the Department of Textile and Fiber Engineering. And I'm a chair professor there looking after Smita Research Lab, which is a smart textile lab.
I am Dr. Raghav Mehra, and so I have 7 years of industrial experience. So I have left my job to pursue this startup goal. So the name of the startup company is Navitha Green Technologies Private Limited, and we have a team of professionals. We have a commercial person as well, Bharat Vadva, and he was heading a multinational company, the business head, and he's unfortunately could not even attend this event. So coming to the problem statement, cotton, as we all know, is the widely renowned fiber and is used for apparel purpose because of its comfort properties, and it finds application in many technical textiles applications as well. But before it can be put to good use, it needs to be given a pre-treatment processing to remove all the added impurities, natural impurities, and also for further processing in textile industry. But the traditional process involves a lot of chemicals. It is energy intensive. It requires a lot of water, and thus this is creating a lot of nuisance because a lot of pollution is being created. So we are proposing a technology where these problems are being addressed. So who are these players who are facing this problem? The list is large. We have many textile processing mills who are processing cotton. Some of these names are written here. So what is the emotional and commercial impact? So the discharge norms, effluent discharge norms are becoming stringent day by day because of the Central Pollution Control Board. So they are into the picture. So because of this, so the textile industry is becoming helpless. So because a limit to discharge is being set, so they can set a limit to the discharge into the effluent treatment plant. However, there's also uncertainty because many times the auditor comes and they will audit the factories at any time. So there is a fear in the textile processing mills. So what is the measurable impact? So the commercial impact is, so because of these challenges, so there's underutilization of the production capacity. So it is impacting their production losses, and also mills are getting shut down because of the stringent effluent control norms. Because the recent example is the Ludhiana belt, and they need immediate solution to address this problem. So what are the alternatives available? So complete chemical replacement of chemical process is not possible till date. However, partial replacements are there. For example, enzyme processing. But there are many disadvantages because we cannot get the same performance as we can achieve with the chemical process. So what we are proposing, our technology, this is the SOM which we are showing. So for the domestic market, the SOM is 5,000 million INR per year for the proposed technology, and the global size is 40,000 million per annum. And in the 15 years, we try to capture 42% of this market size for the domestic market. So what is the proposed solution? So we have developed a proprietary technology, and also we are using the patented technology in which I have worked in my research, which is based on the dry processing of textiles. It is a combination of emerging technologies. It can replace the full chemical treatment process. No chemicals are used. It is energy efficient, and at present we are at the 3 to 4 TRL level. So the present technologies, the emerging technologies is like we are giving a dry treatment first to the fabric, followed by a combination and in a sequence a wet processing, and we are getting a fabric ready for dyeing fabric, which has performance. As you can see in this image, the attributes are same as that of the conventionally pre-treated fabric. So these are the various attributes as you can see in the slide. And also what we have achieved till now is we can replace the conventional process completely with our technology. So what are the benefits that are envisaged? So we estimate that 60% reduction in water is possible, and no chemical discharge will be there, because we are replacing the most toxic chemical, caustic soda alkali, which is the major pollutant for the textile. And there will be a faster production. We estimate that 50% reduction in batch cycle time will be there, and processing will be able, we can do processing with the lower temperature, which is done at a higher temperature, for example 100 degrees in the conventional process, but for this process lower temperature is possible, and so on. So our technology is cost effective compared to the conventional process. So USP, in the domestic market there is no competition. However, on the global landscape there is one company. However, they have not disclosed what they are doing, but they say they are like dry process. They are having dry process. So we have a patent for this technology. We're using this patent from IIT Delhi, and we are the proprietary technology. We will be filing patents also. So coming to the business model, we have identified key players already, and the cost structure is the bill of materials. We are cost competitive in terms of capital cost and the operational cost. So we have received letters of support from industry to adopt this technology.
I think if you have anything on a fundraise side, you can just show the slide.
Yeah, so we have received, so this proposal was presented to the Ministry of Textiles, and we have received a grant for 50 lakhs for this proposal.
So patent is in your name or the IIT Delhi?
It is currently in the IIT Delhi's name.
You will be getting.
Yeah.
We have two parts of it. One which is IIT Delhi patented technology, actually which is done by Raghav himself when he was a PhD student at IIT Delhi. And then we have proprietary technology after that, which we have not yet patented, but we'll be patenting them as we design the machine further.
And any initial customers you have got or interest?
We have received a letter of letters that the companies who are interested to try this technology, and if they are able to demonstrate this technology, they will also buy. So they have shown interest. So I have letters from the companies as well. For example, Loyal Textile Mills and Mittal Dyeing. So
few of the very big companies. These are few of the very big companies.
Effectively, your processes will require lesser water. It's a cost effective.
yes.
That means it can have a mass adoption.
Also, no chemicals. See, the most important thing is no chemicals, because once the chemicals are there, you cannot discharge the water into the stream. So government has started controlling the output from the companies rather than the input. So they are saying you can't discharge water.
So time-wise you will be efficient, or the current process is time-wise efficient?
No, our process is going to be time-wise efficient, no chemicals, lesser energy, and less water.
Looks very interesting. Thank you.
Can you show the breakup of the 10 CR that you've asked for?
Yeah, so we require funding in 2 stages. So we require different prototypes for demonstration in the industry. Okay, so for moving from TRL level 4 to TRL 6, we require initially 2 CR of funding, and for the commercial prototype we require for high speed machine, it will be like a full commercial machine. So then we'll look at higher funding, for example 8 crores.
That is for the entire setup, physical infrastructure set.
So what we are proposing here, we are not setting up any manufacturing setup anywhere. We are developing the technology and the process and the design of the machine. We have partnered with companies who actually make some of these technology machines. Like if you're using plasma, for example, so there are plasma people who are making plasma for other purposes, not for textile. So we will be giving our design to them, and we have talked to them, and they will develop the machine according to us. So unless until we have a machine which we can put in front of the industry and show them that this is working, nobody will buy that, right? And that is going to be an expensive proposition to begin with. So we can show the lab results. We have all the lab results. We have a small prototype results also. But any company would be investing only if they find a machine which is working of a certain level at least. So for that, we feel that the two prototypes, one at the 2 CR level and one at the 8 CR level, would be interested. So towards 2 CR level is something which will be a prototype of pilot commercial level, which will demonstrate that whatever we are claiming is possible. And once that is through, then I think anyone would be able to put a 8 CR at that point of time, including investors. Even maybe we can get a pre-order from a company. That is also possible, but that is something into future.
So stage where you require 2 CR for the first prototype, is there any sort of partnership that is possible with some of the existing company?
So, see, machine manufacturers are something which we can tie up, but the technologies which we are using are not being used today. So what we are coming up with is something which is research stage thing. See, last 15 years I have been working in these technologies. So I have got 4 PhDs which have done out and also projects which we have done. So this is something which is not available with the industry. So if we start to disclose them, then the competition will just fly off. So we don't want to do that because people know these words, but they don't know how to use them. So that is why I'm saying it is a proprietary. We know how to use these technologies and how much to use and where to use and which combination it will give the result. So it's a knowledge-based technology which we're working on.
How you will earn? What you will sell? The process, the technology, or a machine's complete setup?
So we will sell the machine, which is manufactured by a partner company on our design.
So machine designs is in development process, or it's already
So the design, the parameters have been decided already. Now it has to be put into action.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at lab level, it has been validated. We need to upscale it to demonstrate to the customers, and so they require certain widths because they will not see like a lab fabric sample. So they find it interesting, but they say make it a full width. We require a full width machine for their purpose.
But your processes cannot be installed in the current setup with some adjustment in those machines. Possibility.
So retrofitting is also possible in the current machines. But of course, so a lot of modifications is required in that process, but that is possible.
Okay, interesting. Thank you.
Just to add a point, so we are going to go in steps. Okay, so what we are looking at right now is couple of processes which are very, very critical, but we can just replace that part of process. So we are not planning to replace the entire industrial process. So industrial, if you look at cotton processing, it has 3 major steps. First is preparing the fabric for dyeing, then second dyeing, third finishing the fabric or printing the fabric. So we are not touching dyeing, we are not touching printing or finishing. We are only touching the preparatory process in which the cotton is cleaned of its impurities. That process itself is very expensive. So if we are able to replace just that process by our technology, people will buy it like anything because they will save a lot of water. The other 2 technologies are more difficult to replace and they will be more futuristic developments which will happen with time.